Hi everyone, how are we? Good. It's Sunday, 23rd of March. Not a lot to report today. Is it Sunday? Yeah, it's Sunday. So let's just chat. Friday was a very late one at uni. I was in at 9 in the morning, and I got out at 11:15 at night, which is a long old day. That's about, what is that? That's exactly 14 hours, 45 minutes. It's a long old day. But I get paid overtime, which is time and a half for that. So I get my normal pay from 9 till 5, and then from 5 until 11:15 I get paid overtime, which is alright. So that was Friday. Got home and was in bed, presumably by I think probably near to 1, and then I was up at 7:30 to be at teaching for 8, and did that all the way through until 5, which went really well. That was all good. I was on my own on Saturday because Ash wasn't feeling too well, so he went home, and which left me pretty much. But it was alright. Didn't do too badly, all things considered. And then Saturday night was an interesting one, because at the bar I work at, we have a downstairs bar and an upstairs bar, and the upstairs bar remains closed normally unless someone books out the upstairs area for a party or something and asks for that bar to be open. And on this occasion the party asked for the bar to be open, so I was working up there and on my own with this group of about 17, and it was a pretty nice night actually. You know, it wasn't too bad. It was quite quiet for me. Downstairs it's heaving, but it's quite quiet for me, and I got to chat to the people who are up there and just kind of give them a bit more attention, which was nice. And then I got a bit of a better view for watching the band, because whenever I work a Friday or Saturday night when we have a live band, you're always working. You don't get the chance to watch the band. You're just kind of listening and shouting over them. So it was nice to watch them for once. So that was Saturday night. Into today, Sunday. Not a lot went on during the day, really. Nothing to report. And tonight I've been working again. Another quiet shift. Oh my god, it sounds like some kind of wolf dog. A wolf dog. I must be tired. Wolves are dogs. That must be some kind of wolf dog. Maybe some kind of lion cat. Who knows, it may even be some sort of hamster gerbil. There's no point if it's just going to be the same animal, is there? Oh, look out! Here comes some sort of clownfish. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, quiet night tonight. Damn. Then... Do you mind? Anyway. Plans for the rest of the week. Tomorrow is my driving theory test. Shut up. Driving theory test tomorrow afternoon, which is going to go well. We're going to do alright. Every practice theory test I've taken, I've passed, pretty much, I think all of them. So, feeling good about that. And then in the evening, I believe we're going to the cinema, which is something new and good for us. I don't normally go to the cinema because I'm not really that into films. I don't get all the fuss over films really, so I don't really frequent the cinema. But Jay and Will were heading off to the cinema. Then me and Jay were going to head out tomorrow night, and he went, "Oh no, wait, I'm going to the cinema. Do you want to come into that instead?" So that's what we're doing. Tuesday driving lesson, and I also think me and Jay are going to carry on playing The One More of Us. Wednesday at uni, Thursday at uni, Friday day off, but at O'Neill's in the evening. Saturday teaching and O'Neill's in the evening. Oh, my nose is running. Damn it. That means I'm getting a bit chilly. It's a long old week, every week, but it doesn't matter. I think I need to record some videos tomorrow as well. Need to get on top of that. I'm not behind, but I need to get a little bit ahead of the game. But that's all for today. So I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye. So a couple of things. Can't end that segment on a completely black frame. So here we are again. Also, I just realised I had macro mode on from when I was taking a picture earlier. I hope that doesn't affect it. I don't even know what macro mode is, I'll be honest. Now macro mode isn't on, so if there's a difference, sorry, I guess. But yeah, now we're going to end. When I get under this lamppost, there's a bit more light on my face. That'd be good if that's the thumbnail. Hello and welcome to Monday. Monday the 24th of March today. It's Monday the 24th of March today, and it's a big old day, because in case you decided for some reason to just skip past Sunday, today I'm doing my driving theory test, and I need to leave for it in not too long. How am I feeling? Not too bad. I'm feeling alright at the moment. I feel quite confident. All the practice theory tests I've done, I've passed. I've been doing hazard perception videos all morning. Hazard perception is a weird old thing, right? What they do, they play you a video clip, 14 video clips, not at the same time, and you just like need to click the computer screen when you see a hazard, and that's basically it. What they catch you out on is the way you're actually scored in that part of the test is there are hazards known as developing hazards, which would basically be like where you see something and you go, right, that's going to cause a problem later, and then it gets nearer and nearer and nearer, and then you have to slow down and whatever. It's a bit mad. So you basically need to click when you see this hazard start, and then when the situation changes, which is very vague. As a point in time when something changes is incredibly vague. For example, a narrow road, right? Here, so I'm the car, I'm moving towards it, and then there's another car coming up, and you see that other car come around the bend like that, and you go, right, there we go. That's the start of your hazard. And then as you get nearer and nearer and nearer, you need to slow down and pull into a little curb. Not a little curb, but a little like gap in the road so this car can move past. So it's developing, and it's gone, and you can move straight back off again. You get marked on when you recognise that hazard, and then your recognition of the changes in that hazard. And the longer you leave it, the less marks you get. Maximum of 5, minimum of 0 if you miss it completely, or if you're too late, or whatever. Like I've already kind of said, it's very vague as a way of marking things. It's very subjective, and I fully understand why it is part of the test, but it just seems so vague to my mind, so subjective. What I consider a hazard may not be what the DVLA or DSA considers a hazard. What I call the start of a hazard, they might not. It seems a little bit kind of vague, a little bit too subjective, as I've said a couple of times now. But I'm doing all right at them. Generally, I can do pretty well at them. It's just a bit vague for my liking. You get 50 multiple choice questions, of which you need to answer 43 correctly, minimum. 43 out of 50 is the minimum pass mark for the multiple choice questions. And you get 14 hazard perception clips, 5 marks for each, which is 75. And I think the thing out there said it was like you needed to get 43 out of 75. Something like that. I should be okay. And I'm of the group of people who tend to do much better in exams than with coursework and revision and stuff. So hopefully I've got that going for me as well. I don't feel nervous or anything. I feel quite confident, really. We'll just have to see. Do you know what? I'm not so much worried about the test. What I'm worried about is, have I brought the right things? That's what's really odd. Like, you know, you get that thing where you leave the house and you think to yourself, have I got everything? Pat yourself down. Keys, phone, money, bus pass, wallet, ID, whatever. You pat yourself down, you go, yeah, okay, got everything, good. You need your driving licence and the document that comes with it. And I've got them both in my bag, and I know I have. And that is all the thing tells me I need to bring. But I feel like I've forgotten something. I'm going to go and do it now, and I will see you when I get back. Hopefully with good news, because I think I find out today whether I've passed or not after I've done it. So wish me luck. Hopefully we'll do all right. And if my nipples have been shown through this shirt, I apologise. So I've just come back from my driving theory test. You can tell because my hair looks a bit more windswept and interesting, and because I'm wearing my hoodie, which I'm probably going to take off for continuity reasons. I went for my driving theory test, and things happen when you have stuff to do, don't they? I went to somewhere that I haven't been for a long time, and I sat down at the bus stop. I had to go in the post office, check how much money I had on my Oyster card, because I didn't want to not be able to get there. So I had to check how much money was on my Oyster, which I've just thrown over there, before working out if I can go there and I'll top it up. Turns out I had enough. And as I was about to leave, there was this fella who'd come in behind me, who didn't look too well off, and he asked if I could spare him a quid for a cup of tea. And normally I don't give to charity. I don't really believe in the usefulness of foreign aid, and I would not normally give money to people. I don't know why I did today. I just went, yeah, let me see what I've got for you. There we are, there's £1, enjoy your tea. Out the shop I go, and I sit down at the bus stop and go, actually, I haven't eaten today. I should go and get some stuff. So I went across the road to go and pick up a bit of food and a drink and stuff. I come out, and him and his wife, partner, lady friend, whatever, was stood opposite the road. I saw them, and I could think to myself, this is a situation that I need to avoid. I can't interact with them again, because I know exactly what's going to happen if I do. So I cross over the road, sit down, trying to be in my own little world, and the guy kind of goes, here mate, mate, mate. And then he points at the woman, and points at me, and then she goes, was you the one who bought me the tea? I was like, well, yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, I suppose that was me. She's like, oh, thank you. She gives me a hug. Never met this woman before, known her for literally all of a minute. And here we are in an embrace. Oh, you brought me the tea, thank you very much. And then she just kind of wraps her arm around me like that. Cool. That was it. They asked what I was doing. I said I'm going to take my driving theory test. And they went, oh, well, we hope you pass and all that. Have a nice day, blah, 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 all that. Before they left, the fellow said, oh, I don't suppose you can, you've got another quid that I could borrow to help get some fags. That means cigarettes over here in England, okay? That means cigarettes. I know it means different things elsewhere. It means cigarettes here, okay? Like I said, I don't really do charity, foreign aid, giving, generosity, let alone when it's for something useless like cigarettes. There you go, have another £1. I was thinking to myself, going, what are you doing? This is not you. Just gonna move those out of the way, kind of spitting on those a bit. Then I get on my bus and I go and do my driving test, theory test. Make the distinction. Come back. I get off the bus. Guess who is still there? The man who I have given money to twice today I have known him collectively for about 7 minutes, and he has walked away with £2 or £3 of my money because he asked for it. I can see him there, and I haven't eaten my food from earlier. So I go into my bag to try and get my food out, and I start unwrapping it. Never have I concentrated so hard on unwrapping a Ginster's chicken and mushroom slice before. I'm just trying so hard to put all of my attention on this pasty so that I can't see or hear him. Had my iPod in as well, so I was covered on all bases. Looking there, listening here, outside world gone. Then, over the sound of my iPod, which takes some doing, if you know my music taste, he was going, mate, mate, mate! Hi! He then goes, so how'd you do? I said, well, I passed. And he went, oh, well done, good. He hugs me. I have hugged you, and I have hugged your wife, lady, Mrs. person, who happens to be carrying a child, today, having known you collectively for about 10 minutes. It takes me longer to wake up in the morning. And here I am, I've just hugged 2 people. And then he goes, I don't suppose you can spare me a couple of quid for some cigarettes. And, direct quote, I said to him, you took most of my money this morning, I have nothing left. And he went, oh, alright, well, fair enough, see you later, well done to you. Hugged me again. And then I came home. It's been an adventure today. A major adventure. You're not really interested in that. You want to know how I did, or at least future Nick wants to know how he did on this day, because he might have forgotten. I've got the letter in front of me that they gave me after doing my test. Dear Mr. Ward, the test itself wasn't too bad. Really hard place to find, actually, my nearest place, because it's on this industrial estate, which is next to another industrial estate, opposite a third industrial estate. And industrial estates are quite big, so I had like 3 different industrial estates to kind of scan through to try and get there. Took me a lot longer than it should have done. Made it in time though, which is useful. So I kind of went in and got myself sorted out. And just before I went into the testing room, this fella there, oh, he hated his job, you can tell. He went, ID. Even I'm politer when asking for ID, and I work in a bar. ID. First time doing test. You just tell a guy hated his job so much. The way it works, 50 questions, multiple choice, you answer those first, and then you have your hazard perception bit afterwards. You get just shy of an hour to answer the multiple choice questions, being able to start kind of when you're ready, really. Once you're logged into the machine, you've got like a little kind of countdown in the corner for each section. So you have like 15 minutes and that starts counting down. That's 15 minutes to kind of get settled down, sort out your computer and stuff, make sure you know where your mouse is, how the touch screen works and all that, just to get you comfortable. Then you have 57 minutes to get through the multiple choice questions, you have a 3-minute break, and then you have however long it takes you to do the hazard perception section, of which there were 14 video clips. This is what I was telling you about earlier. 14 of these video clips, and you have to identify the hazards and stuff. And then when you're finished, you're finished. Out you go. And your results are practically there and done, ready for you. It's so swift and brilliant. Well, this one was anyway. Let me tell you how I did. Dear Mr. Ward, congratulations! You have passed the car driving theory test. Your certificate confirming the pass is on the back of this letter. Keep it safe because you'll need to produce it later on. You have 2 years to take and pass your practical driving test. So bear that in mind. As soon as you pass your theory, you have 2 years. If you don't pass your practical test within those 2 years, you have to do another theory test. So there's that, quote your number and you do all that. This is what you need to bring with you. Here were my marks. So here's what it says, right? Pass mark for multiple choice is 43 out of 50 and for hazard perception is 44 out of 75. You must pass both parts to pass your test, which I did. So I got 48 out of 50 for hazard perception. Right? Look, says it on the thing. Is that clear? I don't know. I don't know where the frame is. I don't know how much newer it needs. 48 out of 50 for multiple choice. No. Sorry. Haha. Not that it matters anyway. 48 for multiple choice and 50 for hazard perception. But the first part's out of 50 anyway. So it was 48 out of 50 for the multiple choice and 50 out of 75 for hazard perception. And that, by my reckoning, is actually a pretty comfortable pass margin. I'm quite happy with that. Safety margins, I got one question wrong on, and vehicle/motorcycle loading, I got an incorrect answer on. That was for the multiple choice. And for hazard perception, did I mention earlier there are some video clips that have 2 developing hazards in them? Because there are. See further in the video for what a developing hazard is. On the double hazard clip, oh, that's got a little stamp on it as well, that's cool. On the double hazard clip, I got 7. 4 clips, I scored 5. Top score! So that's 27. On 2 clips, I scored 4, which is 8, which brings us up to 35. On 2 clips, I scored 3, which is 6, which brings us up to 41. On 4 clips, I scored 2, which brings us to 8, which takes us up to 49. And on 1 clip, I scored 1, which takes us up to 50 out of 75. And I am very damn happy indeed. I would show you the actual certificate, but it's got personal details on it and things that I don't want to have to edit out. And I have been given a free little magazine about my first car, safe driving, driving with your mum as well, that's in here. That's very important to be able to drive with your mum, because you know what mums are like. That's what you need to do in order to kick a teenager legally. There's all sorts of useful tips in here, not just about driving. If you make a mistake, covering it up so that insurance and the police don't get involved, that's a very useful skill to know if you're driving. A wake-up call, that'll obviously come when you crash. So I have passed my theory test. Now all that remains is my practical test, and I have a month to do it in if I want to achieve my objective of doing it before my birthday. I'm happy. Things feel good. I'll see you tomorrow or later on or whatever. Usual stuff. Achievement kept. You know what that means? If it's anything as loud as the last one, yeah, we probably could need a bit more than a brick. What are the odds there's a third gate and there's going to be loads of things behind it?
Okay, be cool.
Yeah, keep low. Oh, I wouldn't be walking on that.
Here we go. Just a little hop, and you're there.
I think that's it, and then that's going to start buckling. Oh, she did it! Oh. Oh, hey.
Please be here, please be here. I'm not letting you go. I'm not letting you go. Oh, it's all done. All right.
Changing one quick.
These things happen. Oh.
Whoa.
Okay.
I was expecting it. What do I like?
I thought I was a bit as well.
Yeah, I was a bit.
What do we do now? We'll figure it out. But I don't think my lady's gonna play it.
Oh no.
Fuck this game.
That's right, if it's put us back in real time.
I'll be so pissed off.
Ah! Hello everyone, it's currently Friday afternoon. How are we? Hope everyone is doing alright today. So it's been a busy few days. That's why I haven't kind of done the vlog on Wednesday or Thursday. Did I vlog on Tuesday? Yeah, I think I did. Did I? Yes, I did. Because Tuesday was when Jay came over. Wednesday was a day at work, and I didn't have much time to do the vlog. But it's the same old thing. Thursday again, same reason. Straight off to work. And that brings me on to today. Sorry, there's a little insect crawling on my hand. That brings me on to today. Today, Friday, I'm working this evening, which is going to be tiring, especially after the weekend as well. So I'll be doing that. But at the moment, I'm going off into the high street. Got a few things that I need to do. I think that's pretty much it though. I think you're kind of caught up on everything. No. Booked my practical driving test. That's going to be coming up. I think I've said it once or twice. The objective, the goal, if you will, was to take it and be passed by my birthday, 24th of April. That's not going to happen, I'm afraid. I kind of had to swallow my pride a little bit on that front. Although it would have been nice, it probably wasn't practical. Because I'm kind of at the mercy of the booking system, what's available, and my ability. I could have. When did we book the test? I think it might have been on that Monday. And actually no, I've booked it on Tuesday. And I could have taken a test the very next day. I mean, I could have done, but I probably wouldn't have passed. And then there was a couple available next week, but again, I don't think I would have passed. And then the next available ones were after my birthday. So I've decided it would be better to go for one of those tests. It's a loud bird. Go for one of those tests after my birthday, and then I can get a few more lessons in instead, and hopefully everything will be alright. If I get those other tests in, lessons, if I get the other lessons in, then I'll be able to hopefully do a bit more practice, which means that by the time the test does roll around, I should be good enough to do it. I feel like if I did go for my test now, I'd probably be in a position where if I did pass, it would be a bit fluky, to tell you the truth. That's not to say I'm a bad driver, you know. Even my instructor has said, you know, I'm a confident driver, I'm a good driver. That's always good to hear. I'm doing alright, but there's just a few things that I need to work on to make it so that if I did take my test, then I would pass confidently, and because I was good, not because it was a good day, you know. So yeah, I kind of went, well, it's probably not going to be sensible for me to do one before my birthday, so I'll swallow that pill. It won't get done before my birthday, but hopefully by allowing for that little bit of extra time, yes, I might not be driving by my birthday, but I'm hoping that, as with the theory test, I'll be able to pass practical first time as well, because that's supposed to be quite tough to do, and it'd be nice to do that. I was thinking about the other day, I don't really think actually I've failed many tests in my life. I can't really think of many. I think I've passed pretty much every one I've been for. The 11 pluses I didn't pass. They're tests that we have here that can decide whether or not you go to good schools or right schools for secondary schools or whatever you call it around the world. So I failed those by a couple of marks though. I've probably failed a couple of mock tests here and there, but they don't really count. I'm talking proper tests. GCSEs, A levels, passed all of those. Obviously passed my degree. Didn't have to resit anything at any point in that. So, you know, I think I've done all right with tests. And you know, if I passed my practical driving test first time, that'd be awesome. If I didn't, then excuse me. If I didn't, then you know what? That's not a bad test to fail. You know, it's a tough one. It is a tough one. So we'll see. Is essentially what I'm getting at. I'm not going to tell you when the date is though. I'm going to keep that a little bit of a surprise. What else is coming up? Well, a few things really. Because this is getting to a good time of year. So obviously I am at work tonight, working all day tomorrow and tomorrow night, and probably working Sunday night, but during the day on Sunday we've got loads of family coming over because it's Mother's Day, so we're going to have a nice big family meal before I presumably have to work. Then we have next week, I'm at uni on the Tuesday, and I think I'm there Wednesday, Thursday, probably Friday as well. But that is, next week is the last week before Easter. Then we have about 3 weeks off for Easter. Well, I do anyway. So I don't have to go in for a little while, which means I can get a few things done. And I've got a couple of things going on over Easter that should be quite fun. So there's a show that I'm working on the weekend of the 5th and the 6th. I think it's the 5th and 6th. Yeah. Working on a show. So those might be quiet days, might not vlog a whole lot on those. Well, maybe I will. I don't really know. We'll find out. So that's happening. Obviously, like I say, I have no real uni schedule as of the week after next for 3 weeks. So all I have to worry about working wise is the pub, because the other job that I do on Saturday, that stops for Easter as well. So that's all I have to worry about for that. So that's the 5th, 6th. The weekend after that, hopefully be meeting some old uni friends. Hopefully the weather will be good as well. We're all going to meet in London, have like a nice little day out together, because we haven't seen each other for a while, so that would be nice. And then the week after that, the weekend of the 18th to the 21st, that is my birthday weekend, which me and Siobhan are sharing again this year, and again we're heading off to Dymchurch with a whole bunch of the usual crowd, and it's going to be brilliant, because it always is. Really looking forward to it, just because of it being a really nice place, and there's always really nice company, and everyone just has a lot of fun. And that's what's really cool. I think the first time we did it, I was a little bit sceptical about how well it would work, because I kind of offered it up as a suggestion, and there's not a whole lot to do down there for young adults like us. It's as I've said several times, and as a video we once had on this channel said, it's a town for the very young and the very old. And there was actually a commenter who got very upset about that generalisation, saying it's not a town for the very young and the very old. I have lived here all my life, or some ridiculousness like that. I thought, well, fair enough. well done to you. But it most definitely is a town for the very young or the very old. You look around you, you will see young children and their parents, which gives you the slightly older demographic, or it'll be elderly people hobbling around. That's generally what it is. Anyway, so there's not a lot to do there. You very much have to make your own sort of fun. And you know, everyone seemed to have a great time that first weekend, and then, you know, people were saying afterwards, you know, how great a time it was, and I thought, well, are they just, you know, saying that, you know, because I'm aware that it can be a sort of boring place, but here we are, third year in a row heading down there. So I guess there's some sort of good in it. But yeah, we're going down to do that, and hopefully it'll be really awesome. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to be driving by my birthday as well, because don't know who won that match. I wanted to be over by my birthday, wanted to be driving by my birthday, because I wanted to drive down there. And that's a milestone in our family, because we own that place down there, and it's a somewhat of a family milestone when you drive yourself down there for the first time, you know, in the same way that it's sort of a milestone when you have your first weekend away there on your own, which ours was a couple of years ago, you know. So that would have been nice, but not plausible. Also, it would have meant as well that I could have stayed down there a little while longer to make sure the place didn't get trashed, and just to enjoy things a little bit, because it's a little bit quieter and calmer over there. But that's what's going on for the rest of the month of April when we get there, pretty much.